Hi everyone, my name is Iona. I'm in Year 9 at King Edward VI Camp Hill School for Girls. Today I'm going to be reading my story which won in the 11 to 14 category, and it's called Garden of Eden. It was time to change. Eden had surpassed the eras of waiting for adolescence, waiting on the blue bench. She had outgrown herself, widened and tapered at places, and needed more space now. The yearning to feel her feet stumble through the gateway of blue and break against the walls of her ever-shrinking cocoon was getting stronger by the day. Everyone spoke in hushed voices about this metamorphosis. The odd transition from an unkempt, feral garden of wildflowers and dangling creepers to a land of organized chaos where growth was stunted and outbursts quelled. A land resembling a chessboard, divided into a set number of squares, and where movements were restricted by omnipresent rules. A hierarchy determining your fate, your potential aspirations uprooted through ulterior motives. A place they all feared. Coming of age. A concept not to be celebrated, but dreaded, as if there was no beauty in growth. That childhood was a corkscrew path and adolescence a dead end. Despite the long-winded stories of the days to come, this was the day Eden had waited for. It was where she felt she was home. The day had arrived with its paraphernalia of preparations. Candles, scented flowers, honeycomb chandeliers. But it also left Eden somewhat anxious when she eavesdropped to hear the elderly women murmur, "Her time has come. Strange things will happen soon. We've all been there." Almost as if a sachet of artificial sweetener was being emptied in an attempt to reassure, but was equally harmful. Eden was gradually entering a vortex of confusion. Her wrists were tangled into a ball of knotted rope. She was lectured on her new responsibilities, what she must live up to, and what she must never dare to do. To her, this new growth seemed an impending paralysis. As if metal shackles were being slowly tied around her ankles in vicious coils. It dawned upon Eden that if this was meant to be her big moment, why was she feeling ordinary? Had she been creating a fantasy in her mind for so long that it felt almost commonplace? The gateway in blue, a queer colour for something so symbolic, seemed but a civilized shade of ultramarine, rather anticlimactic for the situation. No dramatic reds or oranges to brighten the atmosphere, if you knew what she meant. They may as well live up to her expectations after all. Eden stood at the entrance now, or exit, depending on where one stood to see. For Eden, the blue door was the beginning of a new chapter. To others, it could have been an exit. Just as Eden raised her foot to cross the doorsill, a magical voice appeared from nowhere. Music to her ears. She walks in a trail of poppies, clustered in shades of red. Bathroom tiles her pasture, wildflower bedspread. Bloodshed should never be shameful, a mark of freedom instead. each posy a symbol of potential, each petal her power displayed. Thank you for listening.